So, there was no video last week. I have no explanation for that, to be honest with you. I just couldn't think of anything to shoot. And also I had tried to put together a video on some changes I was going to make to my reading, but also primarily my writing life. But it didn't necessarily go all that well. I didn't really have much of a structure to that particular video. So that will have to be for another time. So I figured I may as well shoot this here, just, I don't know, to at least have something up this week, so you won't go 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I don't know how many weeks, without seeing me. And this video will focus on the only editions of books that I will buy besides Penguin Classics. As you know, I am a member of the Loyal Order of Gwyn. I have been for many years now. I have Penguin Classics everywhere around this place. I have ones like this, and even ones that look like that. And, oh Lord, there's even some here. I don't know if I can reach, but, no, yes, I can. There's one right here. There's even some that are originals from the 30s or the 50s or the 40s. These are actually quite nice. There's H.G. Wells there. So, and I've been a member of this society. It's one of the lesser known secret societies. It's not part of any university or anything like that. It's strictly a Kabbalah that has been established through osmosis. And I know no other members. I know there are plenty, but I don't know any personally. And the main reason why I've collected these books over the years is that they print, inexpensive, high-quality editions of the greatest literature that's ever been printed. And they all seem to match, in a sense, whether it's, the orange spines or even the black spines back there. There's sort of a uniformity to the whole organization of the thing. There are even some interesting ones, like this one here for Robertson Davies, High Spirits. This one has a very ornate cover to it. In fact, all the Robertson Davies books that I have are done by, I think this artist's name is Bosco or something like that. Bascove, whatever it is. Nevertheless, so I thought for many years that I would never divert from my loyal press, and that I would continue to be a member. Unfortunately, that's not so, because to be honest with you, I've stumbled upon editions that are far more beautiful and far more well made and better constructed, I must say. And they publish quite a lot of authors, this particular press. But one in particular I want to focus on in this video, and it's one that's been of particular interest to me over the past, year. And I've only just now got around to reading one of his books about a week or so ago, and he's quickly become one of my new favorite authors. And if you don't know who that fellow is Jack London. Now, these editions that I'm about to show you are from Sea Wolf Press, and they're a print-on-demand company, in that, if you order it on Amazon or someplace like that, it will immediately print out a copy for you, and you could order as many as you want, really, and it'll just be printed for you. the day you order it. And these are mostly public domain works and such. In fact, all of Jack London's work has been put in the public domain, from what I gather. So they're very easy to come by. I'm not necessarily too keen on the whole ebook thing. I've read some stuff on Kindle and all that. It just really is not my thing. I'm more into the physical book sort of aesthetic, if you want to call it that. Not only because it's familiar to me, I've done it now for about 10 years of active reading, but also because some of these editions are just wonderfully beautiful. They're by Seawolf Press, and they replicate the books as they first appeared after their serialization and when they were published as standalone volumes. And I have 4 here, and I'd like to show you some of these covers. So the first one we have is the one I actually read, and I very much enjoyed it. I'm not sure if this is one of my favorite novels, but this is certainly the first that I've read in a long time by Jack London. I know I read Call of the Wild when I was a wee thing, but I haven't read him since, and immediately this one caught my attention. This is Before Adam, right there. And you can see there's this, the logo there, the Seawolf Press insignia. And a lot of these editions too, some of them, all of them actually, they recreate type that was found back in that time. And some of them even are illustrated. Let me see if I can find a good illustration. There we are. And there we are. And these paperbacks are actually pretty well constructed. And you're going to have to work pretty hard if you plan on breaking these things in, which is something I very much like because, as you know, I try to keep my paperbacks in fairly good nick. Because I suppose, I can't bear to see these things destroyed, if you know what I'm saying. Even though of late I've become a bit less anal about the whole thing, and really, so long as a book is readable, it really doesn't matter which condition it's in. It's irrelevant. But so long as the text is clean, it's fine. But these are just so beautiful, and I don't think anyone else is really doing books like this. But anyway, that's Before Adam. This one here is a book I've been meaning to read, and most likely will come up here pretty soon. This is Martin Eden. I'll do a review of Before Adam here soon. It's actually a very interesting book. And I want to read a few others that are similar to it, but so that I can be able to construct a video talking about a particular type of literature. But nevertheless, it's Martin Eden. And this one's not illustrated, but you can see there that type is, Well, I wear reading glasses, so it doesn't necessarily, I don't think too much about the size of type, really, but I'm sure it's fairly manageable in the extreme. But nevertheless, that's Martin Eden. This right here is The Scarlet Plague, which I'm very anxious to read as well. This one also is illustrated. You can see there. And they don't just print Jack London. They print all kinds of authors. I know they do a illustrated Arthur Conan Doyle series. I have their Lost World edition that I'm pretty sure I've shown it. But hang on, let me actually go get it right quick so I can give you a bit of demonstration of how beautiful these things are. So this is the Scarlet Plague, as I said once again, and you can see just how lovely these editions are, the illustrations, and also just the covers. This is, as I said, this is how they originally appeared in their hardback publication. And they're just so beautiful. These are, bar none, the best paperbacks that I've ever encountered. As I said, they print other things too. This is their Lost World, which is fantastic. This is the 100th anniversary edition, which has all of the original illustrations by Harry Roundtree. And I actually read this one, and it was an interesting experience, indeed. An ape man there. Let's see if we can get another dinosaur. Yeah. He was at my very heels. I was lost. It's great. And then finally, this is the probably the one I'm going to be reading next, because it came damaged, and I will probably return it in exchange for a nicer one. And this one here is The Abysmal Brute, also by Jack London. You can see right there, or maybe you can't, I don't know, but you can maybe see that, there you go. It came with a slight dent at the top there, which I'm not so crazy about. And also the book itself is tweaked. The text block and such, as well as there's a slight crease on the inside of the cover there. But no, I'm going to read this here probably in the next couple of days. I have owned numerous editions of Jack London before. I'm sure you've seen them in my library tour from a few years back, which I'm going to try and see if I can do another one here soon. I won't live stream it because it takes too much of a process, and it'd be easier if I just put up a video, that way it won't run for too long. But I've owned various editions of Jack London over the years. I've had the Dover Thrift editions, I've had the Penguin Classics editions, and I've had the Bantam Classics. I even have an Eastern Press edition of his book, The Seawolf, after which this particular press is named. I'm not sure if they specialize in Jack London, but nevertheless, they publish all of his work. And initially, I was just going to get Before Adam because this premise sounded the most interesting to me at the time. But I just fell in love with the beauty of this edition. And so I decided to look and see which other ones they had. And, obviously, they have quite a few. They print all of his stuff. So you can certainly get your hands on all of what he's written over the years, and you may well be able to read everything by him. So let's see if we can get that. Maybe that'll be the thumbnail. All right. But no, I am officially, I wouldn't say I'm renouncing my membership to the Loyal Order of Gwyn, but I shall say that I will no longer be purchasing any edition of Jack London unless it's in this format. Because these are just beautiful. These are almost like little artifacts themselves. These are works of art, to be honest with you. Not many people these days are printing books that are basically facsimiles of original editions. And to have them printed in this quality is just a rarity these days. This is probably the best you can hope to come by in terms of the print-on-demand market. And for that very reason, I will most likely buy every single one of these books, at least the ones they publish of Jack London, because these all look very, very beautiful indeed. And they look great on a shelf, as you can see. So, that was the video of the only editions of books that I will purchase besides Penguin Classics. I hope you enjoyed it. Perhaps maybe you will consider looking into these and starting your own collection, because really these things, as I said, these things are just outstanding in terms of detail and just really beauty. And of course the texts are essential. It's Jack London, for criminy sake. And I'm hoping to get more into him. I'll probably read this one next and hopefully start reviewing this chap here, because I have quite a lot to say about him just by reading this one book here alone. And I'm sure that I will continue to read them over the years. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you here soon. Cheers.